Piney Woods Comic Con is basically an event that we're looking to do annually that would bring the inner fandoms of the community out, whether it be comics, anime, sci-fi, gaming, things of that nature, and a place where parents can share their fandom with their children and show their children the type of things they grew up with and the things that they were into when they were their age. Oh, I've seen a lot of families, which was the number one thing that we definitely love to see is just the amount of families. A lot of times with the events, you get a lot of single passes with individuals, but the amount of family bundles that we sold was really great because now what we're seeing is that there's the opportunity for the new generation and the youth of Lufkin to experience this with their parents, and as they get older, it can kind of just pass on from generation. Well, the goal of my company is always to bring a big city experience to the smaller towns. Smaller towns represent America a lot better than the bigger cities, just the humility and the class of the people. So a lot of the guests that I work with personally, they love doing the smaller towns with me because of the way they're treated by the communities. They feel like they're beloved, they feel like they're admired in a certain way that they don't quite often get in the bigger cities. So it's always a joy to do something like that here because a lot of the people here never thought that there would be an event like this in their town. So that's one of the best things about doing an event here like this is that they get to go home and say, hey, at least I got to do it once in my life versus I never had a shot because it was too far, it was too expensive. And that's another thing we do is we try to make it cost effective for our fan base to share in their fandom with their families and friends. I would just say thank you. From my staff, from the guests, from the volunteers, from the celebrities, they all had a wonderful time here. It was a unique experience that they're definitely never going to forget. They're asking about possibly coming back in the future, which is always a positive, as well as friends of theirs that they think would do well in this community. So definitely it was an overwhelming amount of positive feedback from everyone across the board, which is always great for us and helping us determine a decision of whether or not we'll do it next year. We're leaning toward doing it. Everybody wants us to do it next year. But the ultimate decision is really going to rely on you guys, the fans. The fans are going to have to demand it, and because that makes our job easier in terms of what we do in the future. Community participation is always number one. Number one, if the community gets involved, it's bound to grow. So we thank you guys, and as we determine whether or not we'll do this next year, we do want to say that we appreciate everything that the community has done from everyone. So.